Welcome to Across the Table, connecting South Dakotans to trends in food and farming. I'm Melissa Johnson, and today we're visiting with one of our South Dakota farm families to chat about growing food and making wholesome, kid-friendly snacks. This is Morgan Kantz from Colman, South Dakota. Morgan, before we talk about the healthy snacks that you serve to your family, can you tell us a little bit about your family farm?
My husband and I grow corn, soybeans, and alfalfa, and then we also raise beef cattle.
Now, your husband and his family have been farming for quite a few years. Tell me about some of the advancements that you've seen over the years.
Sure, yeah, the advancements in agriculture are always changing, and just like society is constantly changing and evolving, we have technology that will help us drive the tractor in a perfectly straight line. And something new for us is we just put up a beef building that has a containment system underneath of it to hold the manure from the cattle that we can use to spread on our crops later in the fall.
So it's a bit of a natural fertilizer.
Yes.
What else have you seen?
I would say that probably the one that is the biggest, especially as you're in the media and in the grocery store, is probably genetically modified crops.
Okay.
With genetically modified crops, we're able to grow more crop on less land while also using less fertilizer and less pesticides. And basically what that's doing is it's helping us to grow even better.
Besides growing crops here on your farm, I understand you've got a raised bed garden that keeps getting bigger and bigger. Why is it so important to you to be able to grow fresh vegetables as a healthy snack for your family?
For me, it's really about the gardening and being able to experience that with my children. And I love now that my daughter is getting older and she's able to just grab a fresh snack right out of the garden, and she really enjoys being out there with me.
Definitely. Now, you've got a dip right here that looks great for dipping these vegetables in. Tell me what's in this recipe.
This recipe is your basic spinach and artichoke dip. It has spinach and artichokes, green onions, and in this case, I've garnished with bacon. Okay. If you want more of an adult kick, you can garnish with crushed red pepper flakes. I think would be a great topping.
I noticed in this recipe as well that there's tofu in there as an addition. Tell me about that.
Yes, there is. It's kind of like a little hidden mom moment. Okay. I'm really trying to get that extra protein to my children, and tofu, it really doesn't have a lot of taste, so it's a perfect addition to this.
So where does tofu actually come from?
Tofu comes from soybeans.
Really? I had no idea.
Actually, you might be surprised, but soybeans are in a lot of different things. They're the main component of vegetable oil. And if you remember earlier, we were talking about GMOs. And right now there's a genetically modified high oleic soybean that are being used in soybean oils that are lower in saturated fats and have zero trans fats.
Lower in saturated fats, zero trans fats. That sounds like a great advancement, especially since Americans consume more soybean oil than any other type of edible oil. That's all our time for today. Thanks so much for joining us. You can find this dip and other snack recipes at hungryfortruthsd.com, where you can also post a question for a farmer.